That is either overloaded trailer
Okay.
or an axle that's starting to bend.
So the girl in the bus, that was our work camper, and she lost the transmission. in her
No.
Sometimes if the axle bends, you can wear the inside of it,
Okay.
and that can cause it.
And this is another struggle in making reservations because stuff like this happens. Something goes wrong, all of a sudden it's like a trickle-down effect, and there goes all your reservations. Yeah.
Ever since we got that washer dryer installed,
Could be.
that's when our axle
Towing nose high, slightly overloaded.
Yeah.
10 plies on hand, but I'd have to special order that G ply rating, and I'd have to even see if I can even special order it.
I always thought having a certain number of plies listed on the side of the tire, that's exactly how many plies you have, but that's not the case anymore. So you guys definitely wouldn't recommend anything like an alignment for a trailer? Is that even
There is no such thing.
no such thing as an alignment
No,
for trailers?
That's from the factory there.
Good morning from middle of nowhere, Maine. To catch you up to speed, we're still having that uneven wear on the rear tire of our fifth wheel. And a lot of you guys have been reaching out and saying, this is an alignment issue. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Basically, looking at this, you can see on the inner aspect of this rear tire, we're having some wear on the inside. There is concern, maybe like you guys mentioned, the alignment. We've had a blowout in the past up in Canada. We let this go for far too long, so today I am saying no more. I am done. So we stopped at a trailer place here that addresses these trailers. We're gonna go in and see what they have to say. I had a question for you. We pulled over to look at our trailer tires. We're having some uneven wear on the inside of our rear tire. We have an audience on YouTube. They had mentioned that it might be an alignment issue, so I wanted to see what your guys' thoughts were.
Yeah. It also could just be the axle, could be.
They put a brand new axle on, Grand Design put a brand new axle on about a month ago. So I don't know what the camber of the axle, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, so sometimes if the axle bends,
Okay.
you can wear the inside of it, and that can cause it. So if you guys hit like a bump just right.
We've been taking it pretty easy since we got the new axle itself. So I just wanted to get in here and touch base with you guys and see what your thoughts were.
Right, help him out. So he's got some uneven wear on the tire, and he's just wondering what that could be from. Front and back the same or different?
It's usually just the back that I'm noticing the uneven wear. This is all new because we had a blowout in Alaska, and it was this rear tire that gave us the issue.
But more on the inside?
More on the inside, yep.
Yeah, that is either overloaded trailer or an axle that's starting to bend.
Okay. So not really like a consideration for alignment?
No, that's all on spindle.
All on spindle, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I think this was, there was certain portions of this rear tire that were wearing down a little bit more.
I can feel it.
You can feel it? Yeah. I don't know.
What 7K axles, it's a heavy axle, it's in it.
Yeah.
Not about it.
Right?
And that definitely, the one in the back is definitely bigger. Or newer, I should say.
Yeah, for sure. So I kind of want to see what your guys' thoughts were, like where we could go from here. Do we need like heavier axles?
You're not going to get one bigger than 7K for this.
Okay. So 7K is kind of the max range for us.
After that, you get the oil bath, which is 8K, but that's meant for industrial stuff.
Wow, okay.
Some guys said because we tow little nose high that a lot of weight, more weight is being put on the back tires.
And it could be because it is a hair higher in the back?
Yeah. Well, these are older tires, so maybe this wear could have happened before, you know, with this being a new axle, maybe some of this wear could have happened before. You know, maybe we just need to get a new tire and keep an eye on it. So you guys definitely wouldn't recommend anything like an alignment for a trailer? Is that even
There is no such thing.
No such thing as an alignment for trailers?
That's from the factory there. It's nothing like you got trailing arms like on a race car or anything like that.
Okay.
They're in a fixed position.
Well, this one's wearing too. Did you see that?
Yeah, I see it a little bit, but the one on the rear is definitely more.
Yeah. I do think we are slightly overloaded.
Yeah.
Ever since we got that washer dryer installed,
It could be.
That's when our axle.
Towing nose high, slightly overloaded.
Yeah.
What kind of work do you guys mostly do? What do you see a lot of?
Brakes.
Brakes?
We do plows too, so that.
Okay.
We put in boss plows.
You guys ever do any disc brakes for the RVs? Anything like that?
Try not to.
Try not
We
to.
don't have the tools for them.
Gotcha.
So we get into it and then we screw it up. We're like,
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
I mean, we do them on like the goosenecks. Like if they just want us to do the discs and pads, we can, but we try to stay away from the caliper. Caliper is simple. The problem is it's not like just a simple on electric brakes like these are, or like a regular trailer. It's like it's a hydro brake. So it's another unit on the trailer that runs fluid all through it.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot from him.
I bet.
He's been doing this a long time.
I appreciate your time. I didn't catch your name.
Yeah, Garrett.
Garrett, nice to meet you, Garrett. I'm Kyle. Yeah, we document everything, so.
What was it again?
HappilyEverHanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I threw everything on video. You guys cool with, just a little bit of that?
I'm good.
Can you thank your boss or employer for me? Yeah, appreciate your time. So you heard it from them. It's not really a trailer alignment issue. It's more looking like an overloaded trailer / us towing nose high with our truck having a lift kit. These are some things that we've been aware of and some things that we definitely need to get addressed. So game plan, go get some new tires, keep an eye on it. He said that axle being 7K is about the max that this trailer will be able to handle. There's really no need to upgrade it any more than what it is. I'm just really wondering with the wear and tear if that mostly took place before we got this axle changed. So I'll be really curious to see once we go get these replaced. We'll keep a really close eye on them and we'll just go from there. Now, one thing I did want to mention that we didn't make an appointment here. We tried calling them, never got a call back. So we just ended up showing up and hoping for the best, just asking some questions. So we noticed that really, really works in your favor. Show up to some of these places, just get their eyes on it, see if they can help you out, make an appointment, but it's good to make that contact in person, shake some hands, get some names, and then go from there. All right, back on the road, here we go. Bacon Farms. Here we are.
Oh yeah, you're gonna pull in here.
Okay, sure. Plenty of space to turn around. I really appreciate the main roads recently, especially coming up through the New England states. As you get into Maine, things start opening up really nicely. So the roads have been very accommodating, let's just say that. Okay, I think we're on the right path because I see some RVs over here.
Yeah, we were instructed to go to site 4.
Oh, okay.
Over there, a 50M site.
So we are staying at a Harvest Host here. This has been a really good segue for our trip coming up north, especially with not having reservations. It's kind of got us through those transition days mostly, so we'll be here through 3 nights. But this is really cool because a lot of Harvest Hosts do not offer hookups, and this place does. They take their Harvest Hosts very seriously by the looks of it. Pull off the road here just a little. We'll get her backed in. Wow, this is great. So they have a lot of hookups. Let's just get a lay of the land here before I back in. Kind of want to know what I'm getting into. So it is interesting how it's like tucked right up against the road. So I just have to be careful backing in here that when I swing the truck, gotta make sure there's no oncoming traffic. This looks like our site right here, which is cool. Very peaceful, very beautiful, very low key. And that's what I am all about. They said they have full hookups here, so I think we got 50 amp sewer and water. Yes, we are spoiled. Site number 4. Oh yeah, that's a good 50 amp connection if I've ever seen one. Good water and sewer. Wow. Butted up against the woods of the Maine. Man, you can imagine all this is gonna really see some fall colors coming in, and it's gonna be a really beautiful stay. I'm excited to be here. And I'm excited you guys are here too. So at least you have some places you could scope out, or at least know that you can be accommodated up here while staying in Maine. Ready to back this puppy up?
Oh yeah. I'm Shelly. Nice to meet you.
Kyle, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the trick to backing in here?
Yes. Watching for that traffic, huh?
Yeah, no, I just step out of the kind of swing in,
Sure.
and then you'll be able to make that nice, easy swing.
Sounds great.
I know.
Are you doing full hookups?
Yes. Or yeah, whatever,
Okay, so
whatever
full,
it is.
So full hookups are $50 a night.
Okay.
So it's water, sewer,
Okay.
electric, and Wi-Fi.
Fair?
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Nice.
So the girl in the bus, that was our work camper, and she was on site 2. and she's getting ready to leave. She left yesterday to head to California to her next work camper gig, and she lost the transmission.
No. I have to ask, when do the leaves start changing mostly for this area?
They're just kind of, if you look there, that's all maples.
Okay.
And you can really kind of start to see the colors starting to change a little bit.
Yeah.
But we've probably got at least another month before
Oh, wow.
it really kicks into gear. But an hour north of us, near Ellsworth yesterday, I was like, holy cow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's changed
A little bit of the
lot
drive
up
you
there.
can see.
See the big barn right there?
Yes.
On the other side of it, there's a big dumpster. If you've got golf clubs, we've got 3 holes here.
Very
This
awesome.
is why the Harvest Host is great. Can people book outside of Harvest Host to stay here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
they
you
could.
can. So you don't have to have a Harvest Host membership to stay here. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Let's get back then, and we'll go from there.
I found an upside to feeling down. When I took a good look around, there's stuff to be learned, body to be turned, it seems. Yes, there is. You got to pay your dues before it's all cookies and cream.
What do you think? Not bad for a rookie, eh? I'll take it.
You got to pay your dues before it's all cookies and cream.
Well, sitting down and doing a little research, I'm looking in the area and I found a place called Town Fair Tire. They're about a 16-minute drive from where we are currently. And I'm just gonna give them a call to see if they have those tires in stock. We leave on Saturday. It's currently Wednesday. So hopefully if they don't, at least they could get them ordered.
Your call will be recorded for quality assurance.
Well, good, because this phone call is being recorded on my end for quality assurance. While we are on hold, I wanted to update you guys. We've had 2 RVs, and we have only had Westlake tires on both units. Never had a problem at all. I know Westlakes get a bad rep out on the road, but honestly, they've been great for us. We just maintain pressures. Yeah, I'm noticing some wear and tear on them, but what RV tire doesn't? We've been doing this 7 years full time, rocking the Westlake tires, and they've been good for us. The process of being your own advocate is not fun at all. This is what you gotta do. No one else is doing it for us. My wife and I live full time in an RV, a fifth wheel, and we were wondering, do you guys do servicing on fifth wheel trailers?
We might be able to do like tires, but we don't do any type of parts.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the clarification. It is 2 tires I need replaced, if that would help at all. It is a G-rated tire, 14 ply.
235 80/16s. All right. It does look like I can get that tire. But if you don't mind, I'd like to double check to see about the fifth wheel RV, if that is something that we'd be able to do.
Okay.
How tall is it?
The height of the fifth wheel is 13 feet 6 inches.
Perfect. If you don't mind putting on hold real quick, I will be right back.
Not a problem. The struggle of being full-time on the road. And this is another struggle of making reservations, because stuff like this happens. So if you have half a year of reservations, just like back to back to back to back, something goes wrong, all of a sudden it's like a trickle-down effect, and there goes all your reservations. So that's kind of why we fly a little bit more by the seat of our pants, so to speak. I don't know, take it for what it is. Struggle's real though. Or we're gonna replace the 2 rear tires on the fifth wheel. That way we could get some fresh shoes on the RV, and then I can have a fresh slate to be able to assess as we go forward in our travels.
It have to be something that I'd have to special order.
Okay.
I have 10 plies on hand, but I'd have to special order that G ply rating, and I'd have to even see if I can even special order it. Depending, I'd have to double check to see where I can get it, but depending on where, it could take anywhere from 3 to 7 days. So I do apologize for the inconvenience.
Not a problem. No, it's my own fault with the travels, full-time schedule. Sometimes it's just hard to get it all laid out. So we totally understand. It's not your fault.
I hope you'll be able to find something.
Thank you so much. Take care. Basically, I should start looking at somewhere in the Bay Harbor. the Bay Harbor, the Bar Harbor area, and see if there's maybe another location there that might be able to square it away for us. They had offered us to get a 10-ply tire. No. I want to stick with the 14-ply. It's just a heavier duty tire, something that I feel a lot more comfortable with the size of the RV and everything. We've had no issues, and I want to continue going down that road. So I don't want to like cheap out and get something smaller for the convenience. I'll give this shop a call tomorrow. I'll update you guys later if I can get an appointment, get some tires ordered. I'm sorry this is a pain to watch, but this is kind of like a little insight on what goes in on the back end, so to speak. I just like to make calls ahead of time because I don't want to play this game at the last minute. Too many times I've played that game and I'm just done playing that game. Ugh. No more. No more. Well, good morning. I just got off the phone with a gentleman in Ellsworth, Maine. They are on our way down to Bar Harbor, so it looks like we'll have to pass through Ellsworth on our way down to Bar Harbor. I called him and he said that he had 2 Carlisle G-rated tires that he could order for us, and they are a 14-ply tire. I thought it was interesting because doing a little more research on the 14-ply tires, it said that modern technology tires no longer use as many plies as their ply rating suggests. So it said like a 14-ply tire, for instance, does not actually have a physical 14 plies anymore, but is constructed to have the strength equivalent to a tire of 14 plies. I always thought having a certain number of plies listed on the side of the tire, that's exactly how many plies you have, but that's not the case anymore. It's constructed to have the same strength of that. We're going to head down into Bar Harbor on Saturday, stay there for 1 week exactly, and then when we leave that following Saturday, we'll make our way back up north and through Ellsworth. We'll swing in there and get this addressed. Hopefully we can ask them some questions about why this wear and tear is occurring, other recommendations that they have to prevent this in the future. It's exciting news. We're getting there one step at a time. Getting packed up this morning, I wanted to stop and really appreciate this place for what it is. It's been quite a beautiful stay. It's very quiet, just secluded, and a nice breather, a nice refreshing spot to get away from a typical RV park. So every night we could open up the windows and just really enjoy hearing all the little critters at nighttime. And plus the RV spaces are all really spread apart nicely as well, so you don't feel like you're on top of one another. We're on our trek to leave to head to Bar Harbor today, Bar Harbor. We've heard some great things from you guys as far as places to visit, and it's just a must-see area, especially Acadia being in that general region as well. Acadia National Park has just, I hope it lives up to the hype. I have good feelings it will. Last minute preparations. I mean, the black tank obviously is getting a little bit full, so I'm gonna have to get that addressed while we're here. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut these gray tanks here, because I won't deal with that. That's been holding up really nicely since Grand Design switched it out as well. I mean, look at that. Before it was just like, but now it's just like one finger. See if I could sneak around and grab this hose here. You know, I feel like lately I failed to mention what this shirt stands for. I'm sure you've seen a lot on the channel with Let Her Rip. Well, what the hey does that mean? Renee and I came up with this inside joke quite a while back when you're dumping your tanks, and it's easy to pull the gray tanks and let those loose, but as soon as you get to pull the black tank, that's a whole nother level. It takes a while to get over those nerves at first of letting her rip with the black tank. You're looking around and you're making sure that no one's around. You gotta do it in secrecy so no one else is judging you. The longer you do this, the more you just let her rip with black tanks. You just don't care. Pull that handle. Who's there to judge you? Doesn't matter. I mean, let's be real. Has there been that vacation out there that you've been so longingly wanting to take, you just want to break away? Heck, let her rip and go do it. Nervous about getting into RV life, but you just don't know when the right time it is to jump in? Let her rip and make it happen. You see? Applicable to all areas of your life, not just black tanks. But today, it's a black tank kind of day. Let's let her rip. There we go, baby. That's how we do it. And while I have you here, I want you to look over here and check this out real quick. Just kidding. You thought I was gonna show you? No, I'm not about that. I would never put you through that. There's no checkout time today, so we're spoiled rotten there. I love not having to rush. The more I rush, the more I find out that I am just unhappy. So trying to keep it happy, you gotta moderate that balance, you know? As far as this tonneau cover, a lot of y'all asked where I got this. We bought this like 6 years ago, and we bought it from GMC directly. There was like an online store that GMC had, so I went ahead and purchased it off of there. I do know that tonneau covers are a little touch and go with the quality of them. It really comes down to just being a hit or miss, so do your research like anything else and just make sure whatever you buy, that a lot of other people seem to be happy with it. It is kind of annoying every time I go to dump the black tank, however. This sound is always happening. Sorry for the intrusion. Do you hear it? It's like that valve right behind this wall here. I forgot the name. Do you remember the name of that piece that we changed out?
It was like a backflow valve or something? Or
yeah,
an anti-backflow valve?
I think you're right. Yeah, like an it's right behind this wall. More than not, it's always doing this. Not all the time, but mostly. RV life. I forgot to mention also to you guys, we've been using a new product for the black tank that has been working out really nicely. This door here. It is here. It's called Unique. They have some of these little packets you can drop into the toilet, which is nice. We have not had any problems with the smells whatsoever. Actually, to be honest, finding products out on the road, especially when it comes to the black tank, something that keeps the smell at bay, it's hard to find a product, but this has worked the best for us so far. Always have a collapsible bucket on hand, so you can put plenty of water in the black tank. How's it coming along, getting packed up?
Good.
Yeah? Oh, hey, you're wearing Let Her Rip today too, as well.
Twins.
Twinsies.
Oh, by the way, you know, a couple weeks ago when I showed you guys this little pumpkin harvest I did underneath the fireplace, well, somebody would not stop eating the hay bales that I had here, so we had to throw them out.
He would actually eat the hay bales and then throw it all up over the, you know, the floor, which was nice.
We'd wake up to that. It was a beautiful, you know, you get your cup of coffee and wake up to the beautiful scent and smell of cat puke.
Just another beautiful day in the Hanks household. What do we say? Grab my coffee. Let's check those tire pressures real quick. Make sure they're looking good. No need for a blowout before we get 2 new ones put on. 109, 109, looking good. They're 110 PSI cold is the max pressure on these tires, and I run them right at 109, 110. Good. Hey Siri, show me the timer.
There's a timer with about 7 minutes left.
I was gonna run it for 10 minutes closed, but maybe that's being a little overly aggressive. Okay. You probably already know this, but I'll reiterate how much I love this trick. I do leave the black tank open, and I just close this valve, open and close this one as needed. That way, if there's any blockages of toilet paper or anything that's gonna happen, it's gonna happen right here, instead of like way back in the tanks with this valve. This external valve, 12 bucks, can't beat it. All right, walk me through the drive today. How long do we have and stuff?
RV Life says 2 hours. Shelly here was saying it's about 3 hours, but we're going to like the top.
This will be the furthest north we'll go in Maine?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. We're passing through that area. We're gonna get those new tires today, so we gotta scope it out on our drive through.
Like take a look at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's called Ellsworth, and he already told me which side of the road to expect him on, like the business. So we'll look at it and make sure it looks like we can get the actual rig in there, because that's a big concern. He says it gets a little tight.
Oh no.
All right, we're calling that good. Kill the water there. Hooked. Okay. Yeah, so normally we actually end up using about 2 bucketfuls worth of water into the black tank. If you just put like 1 more bucket in there, we'll be good after that. I honestly lean more on the spectrum of using more water than you need to. It's just amazing how much water is your friend when it comes to a black tank in the RV. All right, that should do it. And you get your little workout in while you're at it. Can't beat that. Yeah, do it for the RV life.
Thank you.
Thank you. How do you want to get out of here? Are we going left or right here? Because it looks like in order to go left, we would have to like really swing. There's no way. So I think we got to go right. You're good with right?
Let me put this in here.
I need to learn your navigation skills.
We're going to the 309. Well, we could go. What are we looking at?
For fuel mileage, we are looking at 103 is our fuel range here at the top.
Now this will get you directions in Apple Maps, and I don't like Apple Maps at
Okay.
all. Actually, it's Irving and Circle K. That's how you would know if you're like, well, I don't know which one it is. The reason I want to use the RV Life app is because it will help us avoid low clearances. We were driving on this road earlier today and it seemed fine.
Yeah.
So let's just take a right, and then this will if anything, we're going to take a right and get on 95 sooner and not have to like go through all these extra roads to get to it.
Love it. High five. All right, and we are off. We got everything, right?
Yes.
You did a walk around?
Yeah.
Because I did not. See, you always got my back when I dropped the ball.
We got each other's back.
I like that.
We'll see how he does today, because this is not normal for us to leave this late.
I know, it is 1 o'clock. I like that you get to pull out on a quiet road as well. That helps. So you're not having to fight traffic.
Very nice day, very quiet. You're just out here in the country, but if you want to get to resources, it's not that far. It's like maybe 5 miles down the road to go to like the grocery store, Walmart, things like that.
Look at these trees in front of us, up and to the left. They are definitely coming in nicely.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm